for it. Can he get the kill? So close.
No, he's
one
literally
HP.
one shot.
One more bullet can do it, and it's going to be Savage who finds it and the second.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. One more bullet, and we're talking about possibly another tie.
Continuing to get that high ground along with MrSavage. So great down on the first enemy. He's going to keep it going, building up on a 1-by-1 basically, putting some great shots down. MrSavage is going to distract him while Benjyfishy drops off and gets a...
Letting out their frustration possibly on their opponents as they are dealing a lot of HP loss with that combat shoddy, and I believe, yeah, that was a planned rip to go, and oh my gosh, they're going to go and pounce upon 3 players as Double Trap comes through. I believe it might have, I think, taken down at least one off the start. Very low HP right now. Ghost Gaming, Camo, and Issa doing a fantastic job up to this point. And you could argue, in terms of the strategies, which team needs to play more aggressive, it would be NRG. And based off the pick of Megamall, this tends to be the more known POI where players like to go. And so with that in mind, a quick little challenge. It looks as if, my goodness, wonderful play coming in from NRG.
Spots his target, makes sure he can't escape with the quad. So
nice.
Finish that down. You know somebody else needs to be nearby because that's who he kind of got full ready. He's going to try and heal up, and this guy just kind of running out without a plan,
pistol.
just gets taken out. So good 2 kills by Benjyfishy there. It's a respectable close one.
Ooh, up close and personal, and Dusty Smoke's coming out, or Stinks rather. He's with immediate high ground. Issa down below as well to kind of go for those eliminations. Unfortunately, though, for MrSavage, Issa does pick up a couple. He'll take a lot of damage, and even though that fight was tremendous, Issa got out with more eliminations.
And you see the strategy coming out from the Energy guys as well. They're playing a little split. They know they have a deficit to overcome, so they're making sure they can cover more ground.
That's that flint knock coming in. Grant, the rarity isn't a full indicator of how it works. Blue Tack comes in and solidifies things. Benjyfishy still having a few players just around him, making sure he knows the timings and is ready. And now it's time to go for the engage. Like you said, low on mats, and he ends up making it land. I will say
Camo might be getting revived right now. I don't really know what the symbol is. It's kind of full.
It's so funny. If he goes through and he gets Benjyfishy at this point, though, which he's not going to be able to have the opportunity. What? He pulled out the pickaxe in that situation. MrSavage can't capitalize. He goes down. Benji as well. Issa stream and go down for the attack. Meanwhile, Benjyfishy not slowing down. He's already picked up 1. That's the second. Now he's up to 2 eliminations for himself, but Ninja coming through as well, getting a knock. MrSavage answering back. These guys are going back and forth.
It's this mid game. We've been talking about it, right? Hey, still holding on a much better performance right now from Ninja in reverse, but they got to be careful. They got to try to lock these guys down because they just know where to find the kills. They know where.
It's definitely going to hurt in the end.
This is Benjyfishy spotting an enemy. Ooh,
nice shot.
A foot rifle shot. Taking him out. That was
half the lobby's pretty much down right now. We'll see how he can take advantage of this moment. Early knocks, and oh my gosh, 2 for 2. That'll look pretty nice. But with that knock, there's only going to be more teammates around the area. Where could they be? It looks as if Benji spots them with pretty much Ninja, like we said, back in the fray. And you hear the calls coming through from MrSavage, player just inside the water. He's down now. Benji's used to the situations such as this, and it looks as if up close and personal fight. Can Ninja find it? No, he ends up falling, and Benji, the strongest of them all, staying alive the longest, pretty much kind of having a little bit of a 3-piece situation. 50 HP, gets back down toward ground level, and always have minis. 1 more player remains. Everybody else is down, and continually, man, we give this guy props, and for a reason. Quick edit, and this guy's pretty much done for in terms of the opponent. So much damage done. 1 more shot would do it.
Probably one of our closest rounds we've seen yet between these two. And just in general, right? Man, phenomenal. I think the closest one up until that point was Ninja Reverse versus Mongrel Mitra, that first round where they ended up getting, what, 50 of the winners finals last time. So a lot riding on the line. MrSavage, Benjyfishy, they are hungry. My favorite team to be in the finals, but Ninja and Reverse not going down without a fight. And I got to say, I was a little bit worried about the Mega Mall push, but they're handling it with ease.
It's looking like it's
from afar.
This guy literally is
oh, and there he goes. Lovely stuff. Careful because of the possible fall damage to Storm as well. Getting ever so low. Mr. Savage has to be careful. Going for the quick edits. Knows how intense this fight is. Can he find it? Brought down to 24. Has to be careful with the Storm. Only has minis. Might have to sacrifice his life. And he's not able to make this one. That could be big. On the other end, it's Benji doing work. Takes down one. And with it being a knock, there are still teammates nearby. As now it comes down to a 1v1. Benji versus Ninja. Ninja with a slight advantage and not many play. Benji, NRG, everybody at home rooting him on from the team. He decides to go for the rush and he ends up knocking him down. Now with that knock, that means there is still someone alive. If he finds this one, this might be for a tie. Like we said, we're still trying to get confirmation. He ends up finding it, and that means that there's one more left.
There's one.
If this might be for the game. Tied right now, this is intense.
This is absolutely insane with Ninja and Benjyfish in this 1v1. It could literally be down to just one elimination. Ninja, luckily, he's using that slipstream. He's going to get away. There he is. Actually, he is right there, and he's going to be ahead of Benjyfish. He's going to be the first one to engage. Player off in the distance. Ninja gets it, but now we need a score update. Ninja shaking his head. I'm not sure what it's going to be.
He was so close. Benji was not far away.
He's literally coming down to the wire. I'm trying to look at Ninja's reaction. I'm not sure.
He doesn't know.
He's got the poker face going on. I don't know what he's thinking. He looks disappointed.
As now, it all comes down to this. A one to kind of kick things off as Benji, first blood found, and as Benji would do. This game, as we look toward top left, Mr. Savage and Benji quickly taking down opponents together, as that's another one found in Mega.
Honestly, like, normally I kind of be worried about a team being at Mega Ball, but not these two. I mean, it's
right?
just literally round after round, they just dominated, and I don't think any of them's been shot at this point. They all seem to just be full health. Well, excuse me, Mr. Savage, I guess, has taken some damage. So I guess even gods can bleed at this point. But for elimination, we'll be able to see his perspective early on. But this is a good opportunity for Ninja and Reverse. And you know they are paying close attention to that health line. But fortunately, Benjyfish is going to go big. He's going to get that elimination. Last player is going to be pushing him. I think it's going to be a 1v1. And if I had to put my money on anybody, I'm putting it on Benjyfish.
He has to come up big here, realistically. There's no other choice, or it's game over for them. Because right now, Savage is down. He gets in the box. Benjyfish going to go ahead and clean up that one. But the same sniper who possibly took down his teammate takes a shot, taking down the wall, not able to connect with anything just yet.
Side a little bit, and he's going to actually go for the impulse play, going toward the skies, and does not take any HP loss in that particular fight. Up close, goodbye, Jonesy, as that's now going to be another one for Benji. Flint knock to solidify it, trying to look and see if there's anything of interest on the ground.
Minis.
Does grab a few of those minis in a player, engaging from the front, taking down the brick, but it's the high ground that Benji ends up winning. Quickly grabbing that height advantage. And it looks as if that player putting a few ramps just toward his side. So Benji's got to be aware of that. He also has to keep in mind Savage's tag not alive for much longer. That reboot card is only going to be alive for so long on the opposite end. Well,
A lot of time, Jacob.
Yeah, down by 4. Ninja has an opportunity. But especially if Benjyfish keeps taking all this damage, Mr. Savage is going to go ahead and try and save him for the moment. So make that 3 if they could pick it up. Ninja still has the lead. But he needs to be going big right now. He needs to be looking for something. Whether he's actually with them right now, so he looks like he's going to try and stake some kills around. But make that 2 now. Ninja was able to get 1, so back up to 3. I'm trying to keep the score alive because
I'm out as he has done in the Fortnite World Cup. But now
this is big.
The highlight, all shining bright on Mr. Benjyfishes. There's a knock. And there are still teammates to come. Coming from the skies, this player tries to use the bounce pad. Can he find him? Trying so carefully to find it, and Benji back-to-back.
That's 2.
A double kill coming through as now Ninja's lead, I believe, is only at what, maybe 1 or 2 at this point?
It's just one at this point.
It's a 1-point game.
This is insane. Coming down to the
bomb. He's trying to get out. Lots of buildings is going to be destroyed.
This guy tied at 6 here.
Trying to go for those shots on the back. Launch pad just a little bit too late. Mr. Savage able to get that. Another one onto Benjyfish. With those, that is the lead. So they should have at least a 1 elimination lead at this point in time. And I think yet another one goes in. Ninja, unfortunately, the lead starting to slowly crumble. And we're running out of eliminations. And there you go.
1 elim kill. So with that being the case, Knox, and now Ninja spots another one. Can Ninja get this one from afar?
He's one shot.
One more shot to hit. Can Savage hit it? Is it going to be up to Ninja? It's a battle for it. Can he get the kill? So close.
No, he's
one
literally
HP.
one shot.
One more bullet can do it, and it's going to be Savage who finds it and the second.
Oh my gosh.
One more bullet, and we're talking about possibly another tie. And
Wow.
NRG are hyping. They have every reason to feel that way. What a game.
Unbelievable energy, right? I
No,
love
giving
what I'm
Ghost
saying.
the
No.
energy.
But the point is,
yeah.
you used the word energy. All the energy is on the side of Mr. Savage and Benjyfish. Here we go. Bracket reset. Where are we dropping, boys?
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
You guys are crazy.
Seeing the overhead, it does look like Camo and Nis are going to stick to what they know, in it being the salty Springs drop on the other side of Mega Mall.
So that's kind of what we've been,
Yeah.
for the most part, expecting. Both teams kind of going back to what has treated them so constant. You can critique on any of these four players, but that might be the one, and that could be the one that overall makes the most amount of difference. Is Benji already spawning someone, quick little hop up, and that player's made quick work. The combat asset, or rather the combat shoddy from range.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of work right now, finalizing one. First blood found for the side of NRG. Has already half the lobby has fallen. Players coming to the backside as Benji realizes he might be somewhat sandwiched right now, placing down that metal, trying to absorb as many bullets as he can as he waits for his teammate to start to engage alongside of him.
Drops down a little bit. A couple of things from inventory he might pick up. He does have that chug in case he does get in a little bit of trouble. Won't be able to pop it as of right now. These guys literally are not shooting back. What is going on? Well, I guess they were worried about a third party off in the distance. And you love to see that, because that's going to be 2 easy knocks in the meantime. And yeah, they were distracted by Mr. Savage up ahead. So they go from 0 eliminations and I believe now up to 4.
Yep, so we talked about it.
All the walls are his, going for the revive. Let's listen to see whether or not the shots might start to come in. Yes, not able to go for it now. And you see the enemies desperately trying to go for the revive. It says, welcome to the 1x1. Wonderful play coming in from Benji. However, joining alongside of his teammate, allowing for Savage to possibly play a little bit of a bait. Still losing some HP, but somehow Benji makes it land. Wonderful play as he's now up to 6. He goes for the revive as Savage might be back, but no, fights are still continuing. It might be a matter of Benji not able, or rather not being able, to go for the revive. There's just so many players around here, which is normally a good problem to have, but when you have such low HP, when you have no teammates, this is where it starts to get sticky.
Mr. Savage fully going to be dropped off at this point. Of course, hopefully he'll be able to get the revive card if it's not glitched through the ground. I mean, we got to be definitely watching out for something like that. But if he gets out of this situation, he walks out with a
great, and now it's a matter of Ghost firing back as well. So possibly now in the driver's seat, we'll see how exactly NRG starts to respond here in the divot.
There we go. Both players are going to be up for the NRG boys. You see one has ultimate high ground, one taking the low. That's going to be one knock. The second one there as well, or maybe that's a quad crasher. But in the nope, it's going to be 2 players. So 2 players knocked. They're going to be finished off. The other player off in the distance. And if they want, they can go ahead and go for the push. In this situation, they would love to have a redeploy to kind of get a little bit aggressive. But here we are. Finally, the push going down. And of course, the rift to go goes into effect. But even with that being said, they still managed to get 2 knocks. That should be 2 easy elims. And that player's going to have shields, so he's not going to go down. I guess just
Everybody gets a rift.
It's insane.
You get a rift.
No.
Okay.
The most wanted man in all of Fortnite.
And they find him.
Okay.
Oh, behind a tree?
Wow.
Of course.
So
You know what? He could have been in the water, too. Just duck
Down to this. Can Ghost hold on? Can they be Friday Fortnite 2019 Week 1 champions? Or will NRG make the insane upset? The massive comeback, what, 21-13 deficit? That's significant for sure.
Yeah, that's 2
a
squads.
big one.
That's 2 squads you got to wipe fully before you
that-
even tie it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
With
So,
that, guys,
a Neo drop could serve for something like that. A
Absolutely.
double squad wipe, but to me, it's going to be tough.
definitely is. As guys, we
Build. This is a tough situation for him to be in.
Ghost on the other end. All success, all guns ablaze. Looking fantastic at the start of this game, and they're even letting the enemy dance a little bit.
Counteract.
So I'm very happy the split does come into effect. Obviously, a lot of risk, but high reward potential if we can see Benjyfish come through big in the end. Takes a little damage, not going to really worry too much about it. Does still have that many in his inventory. Shots are going to be fired, but this player doesn't look to be the best to kind of overtake in that high ground shots. Definitely connecting, and yeah, there he goes down. That's going to be 4 eliminations now in the hands of Benjyfish. Mr. Savage picking up one as well over at Loot. both guys splitting up, and it seems as if
Be involved with, as we see, 4 elims, both from the Ghost guys, so 8 in total, seeing quite a bit of success
10
in
on
that,
the right, yeah.
in that rotation from Fatal Fields, possibly into Paradise here soon. And that minigun, I tell you what, Issa had some highlights with it earlier, but shots from the backside, 4 HP from Issa, and WKey coming in from the opponents. This is a 6-point game, and if you're Ghost, you've got to be careful. You've got to hold on. It looks as if Camo trying to go big right now, trying to hold on, and Camo ends up falling. It is now on Issa, who goes big with the flint knock shot off the bat, placed down the campfire, placed down the med kit, for God's sake. This could be the fight that decides who is staying up. As if you are Energy right now, you're getting blessed, you're getting a lot of success, and it looks as if the campfire goes away, trying to put down a few of the pyramid shots, and it looks as if he might get taken down.
God.
Both Ghost players have fallen. And from one side,
100% doable for Energy, and you got to look on the side of Ghost. They had no reason to really split up as far as they did.
yeah, that's definitely just one little mistake, one window, and the rocket nearly fires through. A very close situation for both Benjyfish and Savage. On their heels, player up top tossing out the stink, and a little bit of HP being given away pretty much, essentially, if you're Benji. Backing up, and those minis aren't going to treat you too kindly when it comes down to those stink bombs. Savage on one side, a little bit of a split coming through. Probably want to try to get with each other here very shortly. This could be the fight. Savage low on HP. Benji not in the greatest situation either, trying to provide some support, and what a shot from afar. Benji nailing him down, and it looks as if the shots from range. Fantastic work coming through from the NRG duo as they are cleaning up kills and possibly doing even more damage than they are aware of. Losing HP is Benji. Thankfully, he's going to go and grab a few of these minis, but I think it was Savage who cleaned it up. There could still be players around this area, but it looks as if things are clear for the time. However, shots still starting to echo throughout the eastern side of Salty Springs. What a fight, and my goodness, the bit here, Taylor.
2 eliminations. They know where one is at. One player trying to push out of the storm. This is a great opportunity. One's going to be spotted. He's going to be tagged up just a little bit. MrSavage just underneath as well, trying to overtake this high ground. That's going to be a knock. Now, at this point, full elim comes through, and that is going to be at least a tied ball game. They need one more if they want to take the victory of here, Week 1, Friday, Fortnite. It comes down to this moment.
This is going to be crazy. It looks as if a trap might actually get placed down. Benjyfish coming from the skies. Looks as if the edits are starting to make their way through. One player toward low ground, and there it is! Benjyfish, I believe, might have just sealed the deal there. 1 elim, and that, I think, does it. NRG come through clutch. Obviously, they're not fully aware of what just happened in this game, but yes, that is going to do it. Obviously, they're not fully aware of what just happened in this game, but yes, that is going to do it. NRG are your Friday Fortnite 2019 Week 1 champions. Well deserved, and I cannot wait to see the reactions. They're going to find it out sooner or later. Massive GGs to Ghost, but coming from the losers bracket, an overtime game to get to the grand finals, and now they pretty much flip the script. They reset the grand finals, and they come through big in this game, despite being down 21-13 against all odds. NRG are champions.
Unbelievable and unbelievable.